Hello and welcome to Joyrip Daily News. My name's Hannah and here's what's happening in the steel industry today. The Taiwanese stainless steel domestic market currently remains cold despite China's and Taiwan's export price increase. According to local industry insider, after the traditional Qingming festival, although mills in the southern Taiwan raised their quotation again, only a few buyers made inquiries. Meanwhile, the exterior market is quite hot at the moment. Some of the domestic factories thus offer higher quotations to local customers. Since the current demand is still weak, downstream users who hesitate to accept a higher stainless steel offer may prefer to consume more stock first. In March 2024, the steel industry witnessed a significant shift in inventory cycle costs as raw material price fluctuated. Downstream demand struggled to recover, leading to restricted mill steel production enthusiasm. While steel companies expect phased profit improvements in April, global manufacturing indicators suggest a potential rebound, easing pressure on the global economy. In China, macroeconomic policies and gradual economic recovery efforts are anticipated to bolster the domestic economy. The London Metal Exchange nickel future price increased by $44 per ton and closed at $17,848 per ton on April 5. Meanwhile, the nickel spot price went up by $36.5 per ton to $17,674.5 per ton. The nickel inventory at LME decreased by 455 tons to 77,145 tons. The improvement of the US and China's economies led downstream buyers to keep restocking nickel. Meanwhile, the stainless steel market in China gradually became strong, and the nickel inventory at LME kept decreasing. These factors drove nickel prices. India's steelmaker Jindal Coke Limited announced that the company expected to sell all of its 26% stake in the subsidiary Jindal Coke on or before September 30th this year. Jindal Coke Limited first transaction on 26th of March 2024 sold 4.87% shares in Jindal Coke Limited for over 36.49 crore rupees. It was understood that Jindal Coke Limited, located at Kalinga Nagar Industrial Estate in Odisha, had an annual production capacity of 4.3 lakh tons and was engaged in processing, finishing, trading of various types and forms of coke and coke products. The U.S. job market saw significant gains in March, with construction companies leading the charge. According to the Labor Department, construction firms added 39,000 jobs, even with higher interest rates. Robust hiring was also observed in healthcare, restaurants, and local government, contributing to a decline in the unemployment rate to 3.8%. Overall, the March job report surpassed expectations, reinforcing the Federal Reserve's cautious approach to interest rate adjustments. European contract prices for 304 grade stainless cold-rolled coil are increasing following the hikes implemented by steelmakers last month. Over recent weeks, the steelmakers in operation have gathered orders that could not be placed with Acer Inox or Autocompu due to strikes impacting both plants for very different reasons. The long absence from the market of these two producers has balanced demand and supply. Mills in Europe are now selling at €2,650 per ton, delivered on average for cold-rolled coil, with leading times lengthening into June and July. Italian contract prices are also increasing, but lagging behind compared to other EU countries. Until last week, domestic stainless cold-rolled coil stood at €2,530 to €2,550 per ton on average for July lead times, with asking price at $2,600 per ton base delivered. Copper prices in London hit their highest in more than 15 months on Monday, helped by demand from momentum following funds, strong German industrial data, and a rally in other commodities. The 3-month copper on the London Metal Exchange rose 1.1% to $9,429 a metric ton by 11:19 GMT, after hitting $9,450 for its highest since January last year. According to data from Brazil's authority, in March, Brazil's scrap exports were about 37,000 tons, dropping by 48% year-on-year and plunging by 50% from the previous month. Among them, the main export destinations were India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. India accounted for 52% of Brazil's total scrap exports. Meanwhile, Brazil's scrap imports were 2,200 tons, decreasing by 22% from the same month a year ago. The main import sources include Bolivia, the UK, and Paraguay. That's all for today, and we will be back with some more news updates tomorrow evening. Until then, stay tuned.